The principle I'm working with today is peace. This is a word many people look out for. Where do I get peace? How can I be peaceful? Peace is an internal state of harmony and tranquility derived from the awareness of peace. Thought, word, and deed produced in response to a desire to create, promote, or maintain a state of peace. Let us understand what peacefulness is through a story. There was a woman who one day went into a beautiful park to meditate. She found a quiet sunny place, spread her blanket, and she sat down. She closed her eyes, breathed deeply, and was prepared to begin an inward exploration of her thoughts and feeling. As her breathing became regulated and her mind still, she became aware of some birds chirping near her. At first, it was a melodic and peaceful addition to her inward journey. Within moments, however, the birds began to scream at each other. As the woman tried to stay focused on her breathing, the birds seemed to scream louder and louder. The woman's eyes flew open. There were at least 20 birds sitting around her, screeching at each other. She looked around and the rest of the park was empty. Half-heartedly, with a flinching gesture of her hand, the woman shooed the birds away. Some left, some remained. Those who remained became very quiet until she closed her eyes. It seemed as if the second she closed her eyes, the birds started screeching again. Quite annoyed, the woman got up and moved. The birds flew away. Upon finding another prime spot of grass, the woman sat down to begin the process all over again. And as soon as she did, the birds came back. "This is ridiculous," the woman said to the birds. "Shoo, shoo! Go on, get out of here." The birds flew a little higher, but in a seeming act of defiance, they continued to screech. Totally pissed off with the birds for disturbing her peace, the woman stood up and began to chase the birds. She would run to the left and fling her blanket at them. The birds would fly away, but they wouldn't shut up. As soon as she cleared those on the left, a new crew arrived to her right. Changing direction, she would shoo them away. They would circle her, screeching, and swoop down a few feet away. Within moments, the woman was flinging her arms around like a lunatic, screaming at the birds who were screeching back at her. Realizing how crazy she must have looked, she snatched her blanket from the ground and stormed out of the park. Later that evening, the woman had an opportunity to relate her experience in the park to a teacher. Her exasperation returned even in the midst of telling her story. The teacher smiled and asked, "Why did you not welcome them to join you?" "How was I supposed to do that?" she asked. The teacher responded, "You just have to say, 'I surrender to God within.'" A few days later, the woman went back to the park. She went through the entire process again. The moment she became still, the birds began to sing. As soon as she heard them, she mentally affirmed, "I surrender to the God within." And she started chanting that. "I surrender to the God within. I surrender to the God within." And beautifully, All the birds became still. Either the birds had flown away or simply shut up. And she continued her meditation. Why is it that we will walk in a room of a screaming children and yelled at the top of our lungs, "Be quiet! If you want peace, be peace yourself." It is very important to understand this concept. If you want peace, be peace within. So let us affirm, I am peace, peacefully expressing myself as peacefulness. 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 Nothing can disturb this expression of peacefulness. Nothing can disturb this expression of peacefulness. Nothing can disturb the expression of peacefulness. Nothing can disturb this expression of peacefulness. Nothing can disturb this expression of peacefulness. Peace is the order of this day. Peace is the order of this day. Peace is the order of this day. As I am, so it is. For this I am so grateful. Let me remember, to have peace, I must be peaceful. I can choose peace in all situations. Nothing in the world can disturb the peace I create within. I welcome others to join me in peace. Evening Peacefulness Journal. You need to write down the answer at the end of the day. You can just write down the question now and complete the activity at the end of the day. Today I realized it is easy to remain peaceful when. You can complete your answer here. Second question. I find it is difficult for me to remain peaceful when. Write down your experience here. As of this moment, I am completely at peace about. Write down the answer. Divine peacefulness. Divine peacefulness. Divine peacefulness.